Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Nepal enters into the Super 6 of the ICC Under-19 World Cup, defeating Afghanistan by 1 wicket. Captain Dev Khanal scores a half-century in Nepal's win. Manhandling incident reported between security personnel and immigration officer at the Tribhuvan International Airport. Conflict emerges on jurisdiction. A probe committee formed. Difference arises between ruling coalition partners Nepali Congress and CPN Maoist Centre following results of the National Assembly election. Maoist Centre warns against making Sitola chairperson. And UN's top court rules that Israel must take all measures to prevent genocidal acts in Gaza, but stop short of ordering an immediate halt to operations. An incident today at the Tribhuvan International Airport has highlighted on the lack of coordination and cordial relations between officials of different departments. A clash was reported at the Department of Immigration that painted a picture of the state of the ties between the police and staff of other departments. At around 5 minutes past noon, Chaya Muktan of Department of Immigration crossed the police check and reached the waiting zone of the passengers. Muktan protested against security check done on passengers, with the argument being captured in the CCTV footage. As the argument heated up, Muktan and the police personnel resorted to physical abuse. A group of police had then held Muktan, who has alleged the police personnel of mishandling him. After Chief of the Immigration Office, Gogan Hamal, and other officials reached the room with CCTV, the immigration officials got into more arguments. According to police, the immigration officials were agitated and the dispute escalated further, with Immigration Chief Hamal visibly aggravated. With police personnel deployed for management of CCTV also abused, 3 CCTV stands suffered damages. Director General of the Department of Immigration, Rudra Singh Tamang, also reached the TIA to resolve the issue, while works of the airport were affected for some time. The police action has been identified as one of the major reasons for the dispute between the police personnel and immigration officials. The Valley Crime Investigation Office is currently taking actions against immigration officer Narabir Khadka for their involvement in helping people leave for abroad on visas. Arrest warrant has also been issued against 2 others. The immigration officials had then halted their work, saying they were being mistreated. Both police personnel and immigration officials are deployed at the airport under the Ministry of Home Affairs. The ministry has already formed a 3-member committee led by Thaneshwar Gautam to probe into today's incident. However, failure in ensuring sound implementation of security mechanisms by the officials of the state mechanism at the airport that are sensitive places has not been considered normal. Differences have grown in ruling coalition partners Nepali Congress and CPN Maoist Centre regarding the National Assembly election. With this, aspiration of Nepali Congress to have Krishna Prasad Sitola as the chairperson of the National Assembly is likely to get affected. With the allegation of betrayal in Koshi province from Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre has warned of not extending support in the National Assembly election for chairperson post. Of the 2 candidates of the ruling alliance in Koshi province, Champa Devi Karki of CPN Maoist Centre suffered a defeat, while Krishna Prasad Sitola of Nepali Congress won. The ruling coalition had a clear majority in the province. Considering this issue, Maoist Centre has alleged a group of Nepali Congress of betrayal. On the basis of results in Koshi province, CPN Maoist Centre has begun saying that it cannot support Congress in the election for National Assembly chairperson. Rukmini Koirala of CPN UML won because of the votes of a group of Congress members. Defeat of Champa Devi Karki of Maoist Centre and victory of Krishna Prasad Sitola of Nepali Congress is also another evidence to this issue. 3 province assembly members and 15 of the local levels had cross-voted in the women's category. Prior to this, the ruling coalition had agreed to assign Koshi Province Chief Minister to CPN Maoist Centre. However, Maoist Centre had lost the position because of contrasting stance of a group of Nepali Congress. CPN Maoist Centre had previously also alleged Nepali Congress of failing to abide by the consensus for vote transfer. It has suspected of betrayal from the Nepali Congress members close to Shekhar Koirala. The party has demanded Nepali Congress to identify the group that had betrayed in the election. Meanwhile, Nepali Congress has said that it has taken the vote result in Koshi very seriously. The collaboration between Congress and Maoist Centre in Koshi has gone through several trust issues. Internal politics and disputes of Nepali Congress has led to betrayal against CPN Maoist Centre. Analysts are of the opinion that it is imperative for the political parties to assess the foundations of the alliance. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked you, what do you think of the floor crossing within the ruling alliance during the National Assembly election? 20% voted for option A, hint of a falling alliance, 30% for B, factionalism within Nepali Congress, and 50% for C, normal during elections. And here's today's question. What should be done to extend the Kathmandu stay of tourists? Your options are A, Kathmandu-focused packages, B, collaboration between local levels and businesses, and C, prioritize promotion. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Farmers of Madhesh who had not received seedlings and fertilizers during wheat plantation are now facing problems related to irrigation. Water is required 22 days after wheat plantation. However, in absence of irrigation facilities, farmers are compelled to use water from other methods by paying huge amounts. Farmers of Nagrain village who could not enjoy good harvest of paddy because of inadequate rainfall did not receive fertilizers and seedlings for wheat plantation on time. Instead of leaving their agricultural fields barren, they brought seedlings from India for plantation. Time has come for irrigating the fields, however, water is hard to find. The farmers who use tractors at 300 rupees per kattha have been paying 400 rupees per hour for watering their fields. They have also been using pumping sets for this purpose. With the farmers facing problems related to irrigation, the province government has constructed a dam under the Pipara Mine Irrigation Project at an investment of 120 million rupees. 3 deep boring projects have also been set up at an investment of more than 15 million rupees. However, the farmers are yet to benefit from these facilities. Madhesh province has 574,360 hectares of arable land, of which wheat is planted in 174,151 hectares. Government data shows that 75% of the arable land, which is 357,793 hectares, is irrigated in the province. Despite the claim, all farmers have yet to receive water. Issues of flooding during monsoon and drought in other seasons have increased in Madhesh in recent years. The government introduces provisions that do not allow leaving land barren and announces plans of making use of 1 million hectares of land. However, the farmers do not receive seedlings, fertilizers and water for irrigation. From periodic plans introduced 67 years ago to the 16th plan, targets have been set for use of machineries and equipment in agriculture and enhance the capabilities of the farmers. However, in the absence of cohesion between the policies and programs, many farmers have been denied basic services. In the budget of each fiscal year, the government says it would prioritize agriculture and promises of assuring basic services for free for the farmers and ensuring market as well. However, the farmers have not even received the most basic of services required for agriculture. Only 1/3 of the arable land has had access to irrigation throughout the calendar. Insurance program has not even reached 5%. With the young population moving away from agriculture, around 100 billion rupees is spent in importing food crops, including paddy, wheat and maize, among others. This is a consequence of the absence of cohesion between the policies and programs. The government plan of ensuring timely availability of fertilizers and seedlings has yet to be implemented. Despite making sweet assurances to the farmers, these plans were limited to promises this year as well. The government program to create agricultural opportunities for unemployed youth in 1 million hectares of barren land is also stranded. Agro products including paddy, rice, green vegetables and fruits worth more than 300 billion rupees are imported in Nepal each year. Saying the government could not bear the trade deficit in agricultural products, more than 50 billion rupees is invested in the sector each year. But with inefficient government programs, farmers have been denied technical services, while issues related to food security have been added. And in this context, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked the farmers of all 7 provinces regarding the problems they have been facing. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
समयमा त्यो मल खाद पाउँदैन
बीज बिजनको र औषधिहरू र मल खादको यो धेरै नै समस्या छ
रकम लगाउँछौं लगानी लगाउँछौं अनि हाम्रो अब बेच्दाखेरि हाम्रो मूल्य पाउन्नौं
सिंचाइको समस्या छ कुला आकै छैन माथि आकाशको भरमा हामी खेती गर्छौं
कुन समयमा खेती गर्दा चाहिँ उन्नत किसिमले उत्पादन गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरा जानकारी नहुने
उपयुक्त समयमा मल बिउ दिन नसक्नु र सिंचाइको सुविधा उपलब्ध गराउन नसक्नु र बजारीकरणको पनि केही समस्या रहेको छ
धान रोप्पो किराले खाइदिन्छ त्यसलाई औषधि पाउँदैन भने बेला औषधि पायो त्यो छेप्ने भाडो पाउँदैन यस्ता समस्याहरू धेरै छन्
हामीले खोजे जस्तो सोचे जस्तो बिउ पाइदैन सरकारले बिउ पनि उपलब्ध गराउँदैन
बजार मार्केटको अभाव छ
टाइममा पानी आउँदैन एउटा कुरा अब मल बिउ बिजनहरू पनि हामीले टाइममा पाइन्न
उन्नत जातको बिउहरू पनि हुँदैन
मल बहुबिजनको बिउ बिजनको पैसादेखि लिएर गएर पारिश्रमिक पैसा पनि उठ्न नसक्ने अवस्था छ
मल नभएर चाहिँ खेती किसान राम्रो भएको छैन
पानी आउँदैन बेलामा त्यसैमा भएन हैन
जोनकै समस्या अनि पानीकै समस्या पानी पर्दैन
The World Court has ordered Israel to take action to prevent acts of genocide as it wages war against Hamas militants in the Gaza Strip, but it stopped short of calling for an immediate ceasefire. Ruling on a case brought by South Africa, the court said Israel must ensure its forces did not commit genocide and take measures to improve the humanitarian situation for Palestinian civilians in the enclave. In the ruling, 15 of the 17 judges on the International Court of Justice panel voted for emergency measures, which covered most of what South Africa asked for, with the notable exception of ordering a halt to Israeli military action in Gaza. The court said it was gravely concerned about the fate of the hostages in Gaza and called on Hamas and other armed groups to immediately release them without conditions. Israel must report back to it on what steps it was taking in a month's time, the court said. But while the ICJ's decision are final and without appeal, the court has no way to enforce them. The court did not rule at this stage on the core of the case brought by South Africa, where the genocide has occurred in Gaza. But it recognized the rights of Palestinians in Gaza to be protected from acts of genocide. In response to the ICJ ruling, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said Israel will not be deterred by the International Court of Justice from pursuing its Gaza war until total victory. In his own words, Netanyahu said, "No one will stop us, not The Hague, not even the axis of evil, no one." He also added that a decision had yet to be made about a potential military takeover of the Philadelphia corridor along the Gaza Strip's border with Egypt. When asked about Israel's defense budget, he said Israel plans a huge addition to its defense budget as part of a build-up designed to cover its needs for years to come, and he added that one goal was an independent military manufacturing sector.
Sports news.
Nepal has entered into the Super 6 of ICC Under-19 World Cup. Akash Jung picked a fifer for Nepal as Afghanistan were bowled out for 145 runs, and Dev Khanal scored a half-century to take Nepal into the Super 6. In the match played at Buffalo Park in East London of South Africa, Afghanistan won the toss and elected to bat, where they were bowled out for 145 runs in 40.1 overs. Despite being reduced to 88 for 8 in 20.3 overs, Afghanistan were taken to a respectable total by skipper Nasir Khan Maruf Khil and Faridun Dawodzai. Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar top scored for Afghanistan with 37 runs. Maruf Khil scored 31, while Dawodzai made 29 and Hassan Hill scored 20. Chand was the pick of the Nepali bowlers with 5 wickets in his 8 overs while giving away 34 runs. Dipesh Karel had 1 scalp while Gulshan Jha, Subhas Bhandari and Tilak Bhandari shared a wicket each. In reply, Nepal scored 149 runs in 44.4 overs, losing 9 wickets. Skipper Dev Khanal was the highest scorer for Nepal innings with 58 runs. Deepak Bohra added 27, Akash Tripathi 16 and Arjun Kumar 10. Faridun Dawodzai claimed 3 wickets for Afghanistan, Khalil Ahmed and Nasir Khan 2 each, while Ghazanfar and Arab Gul took 1 wicket each. Nepal had also crossed the first stage back in 2000 and 2016. The journey for Afghanistan, however, ended today. The 12 teams that enter into the Super 6 will be divided into 2 groups, as top 2 teams will enter into the semi-finals. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.